Moving on to Sunday Night Football. It is the San Francisco 49ers hosting the NFC North leading Chicago Bears, the Cardiac Kids themselves. The Niners are going to be 3-point favorites here. The over-under is 51. This will be your Sunday Night Football game. Raider Jim, I'll give you first crack at this one. Chicago at San Francisco.
I heard the Bears referred to today as the Rodney Dangerfields of the NFC right now, because here they are at 11-4 and they're still not getting a ton of respect. Maybe they've brought that upon themselves. I said it and let me go back to week 16. Let me tell you how Raider Jim's season has been going as far as picking winners and losers and things like that. I had Green Bay on the money line and the under last week. And as they went into the last, few seconds of the game, I had my cigar out. I was getting all excited. Told you they were going to do it. And my God, those Chicago Bears, those pesky Chicago Bears did what they had to do. And hats off to them. People can say what they want to say about it, but they ended up with more points and they won the game. Going into this week, though, San Francisco 49ers, are not the Green Bay Packers. They're a much better team. Both teams 11-4. San Francisco offense has been firing on all cylinders. McCaffrey is running like the old guy. Now, what about George Kittle, though? He got dinged up a little bit. How well is he going to be when they play against the Bears? I haven't seen a report. I don't know how bad it is. They're playing for the top seed in the NFC. Bears, a lot of fight. The offense isn't doing too bad, but they're not really out there. They're not destroying people with points. And the defense for the Bears, I think, is still going to continue to be the Achilles heel, if you will, because the 49ers are going to come out. Robert Saleh, he's doing real well with the 49er defense, except they don't put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
They're not getting through the offensive line. And name me some people in the secondary. You can't. They're competitive, but it's like they don't have go-to guys out there. I'm watching the game I'm watching not that long ago, and it might have been last night's game. And I'm like, who are these guys back there? And how did they get that wide open? And how can you not see what Rivers is doing to you folks? So we'll see what happens, but I think the offense is going to continue to fire. Purdy is going to have another good game. If he's got a tight end and a strong running back, watch out, because his line's going to protect him. And again, the Bears defense, their Achilles heel, and they're not going to be able to get the job done against San Francisco. I do like San Francisco -2.5 in this one. Over under 51.5, just because the 49ers have been putting up points. I will go over on this one.
Yeah, I also like the Niners here. Obviously, it's just a matter of which way I'm buying that half a point when I see a -3 spread. So give me San Francisco -2.5. You mentioned it. The offense for the Niners is starting to kind of round into form. I think early on in the season when Purdy was out for that extended period of time, and you think about it and you're like, oh, it's Mac Jones, and you kind of just forget about him. And they weren't on prime time a ton, but they just kept plugging away. They just kept winning football games. And here we are. We're going to see them Sunday Night Football. Brock Purdy is back. Christian McCaffrey, as you mentioned, looks like he is back into the prime of his career. And if there's one guy in this league who seems to always get banged up, it is George Kittle. So if anybody can fight through it, I would think it is him. I really, really like the San Francisco 49ers a lot. And I think this is, I don't want to call it a statement game, because that would kind of assume that like nobody really believes in this team, but I think a lot of people do. I think the Niners take care of business rather handily here. I think they are by far the better football team. No disrespect to the Bears. They've been a great story, but they've also, every year we have those teams that they're kind of a statistical anomaly. Again, you look at their defense statistically and you kind of scratch your head and you're like, what's going on? And even on the offensive side of the ball, they're good running the football, but even throwing the ball, they're average to below average. And then, of course, you look and you see the turnover differential and you go, okay, now I see why they are where they are. And then even last week, just getting those weird little, look, these days, if you get a onside kick recovery, you got to call it like it is. It's lucky. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and give a special teams coach cookies because the ball bounced left instead of right or whatever it is. Yeah, you get lucky. And for Chicago, that's all well and good, but we all know what happens with luck. It runs out eventually. And I'm not saying It runs out here, but I just think the Bears, while they are a good team, I don't think they're a great team. And I think a lot of the luck that they've kind of gotten has obscured that. Sure, there will be a lot of people who are, going to be in the comment section screaming about this or that. But I'm sorry. I just call it like I see them. I think the Bears are a little bit of a paper tiger. So give me the Niners -2.5. They know if they win out, they are the top seed in the NFC. That is a hell of a carrot to be chasing. And then I am going to go under 51 because, again, I really do think the Niners defense is nasty and they get after it. And I think they maybe make Caleb Williams' life a living hell. Caleb Williams has been very good this year. And I do think he is going to be just fine. Definitely not a bust or anything like that, but I think he's playing a little above his skis. Give me San Francisco buying that 0.5 point -2.5 and under the 51.